Okay, super exciting. I know you wanted to see this. Here with Zane Maloney, now a full-time Formula E driver. We spoke to you last year when you were doing the rookies test.
Misano?
Yeah, Misano. And you had a lot of options, you know, doing F2, F1 reserve driver testing. You're now here. What was the decision to come to Formula E?
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing opportunity with a new manufacturer coming in, Lola, Yamaha, of course, Apt, being in Formula E for a long time. So I got the opportunity, I took it with both hands. I mean, obviously I had to cut F2 a little bit short, which was a bit disappointing. But yeah, the opportunity was too good to decline, and looking towards the future, I think we can do amazing things. So yeah. It was always, never really had to think about it.
I don't want to think too far ahead, but you are such a hot property in motorsport. Have you come here to win, basically?
I mean, of course, that's always the goal. I've come here to do the best job I can as a driver. I think it's clear that we're a new manufacturer. It's going to take some time. Right now, we don't know where we are. We don't know where we stand. But I'm sure that that's not winning races right now. So it's going to take some time. Of course, as little time as possible is the best thing. But we have some amazing engineers within the team. So right now, there's no expectations. In the future, that's the goal.
Okay, so it sounds like a beginning of like a project maybe. Yeah. And the combination of you and Lucas de Grassi is a great combination of, for lack of a better word, like youth and experience maybe. So it'll be interesting.
For sure.
Iconic names here. People watching may recognize Lola, Yamaha, Apt in Formula E as well. Are you able to explain how that comes together in this team? Because you've got all these iconic names. And how to actually partner?
I mean, it's a lot of people to work with, of course, coming from F2. It's a massive organization. I think different cultures as well. Apt is from Germany, Yamaha's from Japan, and Lola's from England. So everyone needs to mesh together and communicate properly, which has happened so far. I think having so many different brands come together, and big brands, like you said, very iconic brands, it just shows that there's one goal, and that's to be winning races and championships, and bringing in all the smart people together to create one package is an amazing thing. And I'm looking forward to starting the project and then eventually leading that project to a race-winning project.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear you talk about it in that way. And that must be really exciting, knowing that you can grow with a team. And we've seen drivers do that in Formula actually, where because there's so much, you know, in terms of working with your team and you relaying information. Is that something again that you find enjoyable in terms of the driver experience in Formula E and all of the management that you have to relay versus, say, we talked about F2, it's a lot simpler in terms of that?
I mean, I've not done a round yet, so it's difficult to say. But yeah, I enjoy everything about motorsports. I enjoy the driving, I enjoy the off-track, working with the engineers and developing a car. Of course, the driving part is what the driver enjoys the most, and that's what I put my full focus into. But making a car faster, so that allows me to drive faster, is also the goal. So I enjoy working with all the smart engineers who know a lot more than me about cars and racing, and then learning from them as well. I think, obviously, as a young driver, you leave school very early.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning like if I'm in school, so that's a fun thing as well.
Yeah, you spoke about learning actually when we were in Misano, so it's kind of, I'm trying to put together the piece of like what makes Zane Maloney tick, and it's really interesting. Yeah. The car obviously looks incredible.
Barbados colours.
Yes, was that did you know, or was that just a happy like?
Nah, that's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it matches. Everyone from Barbados thinks it's a Barbados team, which is cool.
Well, I honestly, it might be the best livery on the grid, so hopefully it can be one of the fastest.
It stands out the most, doesn't it?
Next to Neil McLaren, your garage here is next to Taylor Bernard, who's also, you know, F2, very fast driver, came over here, two kind of rookies. Do you speak with Taylor at all? Are you sharing experiences, or do you not? I don't know.
I mean, sharing experiences, not really, because we're our own drivers and doing our own job. But of course, he was in F2. He's a year younger than me, so we came up from karting all the way until now, racing each other. So obviously, I know he's a very fast driver. He's had an amazing opportunity now, and just like me, I think he's going to be trying to make the most of it. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on, but I'm sure he'll do well.
We asked him about you, and he was very complimentary, so we're all excited to see that battle. I want to go back now to a little about sim racing. You talked about sim racing. You said that you follow the F1 esports drivers and they're very quick. We were speaking with Nick Cassidy, who also said back in the day he was doing R-Factor. And what Taylor said is he's doing stuff like iRacing, not to maybe learn the car, but actually just to race against the best drivers. What do you think the standard of sim racing is right now at the very top level?
It's very high. I mean, you have, like I said in Misano last year, they're training 24 hours a day. That's their job, and we don't get to do that on the real track. They get to do that on the simulator. So they're at that a very high level with setting the car up with with getting the details in the driving. Of course, some drivers on the sim, that translates to real life and they can actually do an amazing job, which is cool to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't do as much fun simulator anymore. It's more focusing with the team because I've been doing, like you said, F1, F2, Formula E for the last 2 years. So I'm a bit busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
Is that
love
gonna
to.
is that gonna simplify in a way this season, or?
It depends on what I'm doing. I'm always trying to keep busy. I'm always looking for the next opportunity, and
Yeah.
of course, my focus is on Formula E with Lolo Yamaha app. But there's always things in life outside of that I love to do, and of course, looking to my future, there's still a lot of opportunities. So I'll be busy for sure.
Okay, let's do some quick fire questions. Don't worry if if they don't come to mind, because they're quick fire. Favorite karting track?
It's this karting track in Finland. I can't remember the name of it now.
Is it the one that has a bridge and banked?
Yeah, that's the one.
Taylor said the same,
Same one.
Yeah.
I think that's all of our favorite track. We went there. I went there once.
Yeah.
And in between sessions, they would also have a theme park. We were 12, 13 years old, and we would go to the theme park, jump in the car.
That might be
go to the
why
theme
also,
park.
because okay, racing tracks should think about that. Sim racing. Do you have a sim racing setup, or do you remember kind of what any advice you can give to people on wheel types like GT or F1 wheels? Or
I'm probably the worst to ask for that.
because you're all over, you're always traveling.
Yeah, I don't have a sim setup.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always using someone else's sim.
Do you have a favorite sim maybe for people to try, or if people who look at this on TV and they think I want to try racing?
I mean, I had at one stage I was doing it's called FP0, the company. FP0 pedals, steering wheel, and then obviously the GT seat. It depends on what price range. I mean, there's everything in the simulator world for the drivers. Obviously, some of them are quite pricey.
Yeah, do your research maybe.
Yeah.
Favorite movie if you have one?
I'm always doing stuff outside of the house, so I don't really watch many movies.
Okay.
But I would say I watched this series Queen of the South, which I really enjoyed on Netflix. Yeah, I'm either not watching a movie or I'm 10 hours straight watching a series.
All or nothing,
One
like
of the
all burn
two,
through
yeah.
it. Another interesting one, if you could choose a circuit to come to Formula E, maybe one that you've raced, what would be your dream circuit to get added to the calendar?
Bushy Park, Barbados.
Really? Okay, go to Barbados in this livery.
In Barbados, nice and warm, amazing track. They're on the car. That'd be a perfect weekend for me.
We'll speak to Jeff and we'll try and make it happen. I would personally love to go, so we'll try and do that.
Get Rihanna there as well.
Final question, it's not really a question. Every time we make videos, we get comments, people saying, can you speak to Zane again? You know, I've been following Zane's career. Any message you want to give to your fans in such an exciting moment at this point in your career who've been following you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, thank you everyone for the support. It means the world to me. Obviously, a lot of you have been following me from British F4 up until now, so it's great that I've started my professional career and I'll be pushing hard. And of course, hope you guys continue to support me and the team, Lolo Yamaha app, and we'll be pushing hard for you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Zane, for your time
Thanks a
again.
lot.
It's always so interesting to hear from you because you're at the cutting edge and you've raced everything at the highest level, and it's so interesting to hear your philosophy and mindset. And to understand this is kind of like a project and you're going to be feeding back and learning about the car could make you such a strong driver in Formula E. So
For sure.
genuinely best of luck, and I can't wait
you
to
very
see
much.
this on track.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.